No, it's hey, what's up, gals?
Oh, sorry. And then you dive into bed.
Hey, what's up, gals?
Hey, what's up?
Baby, when they look up at the sky, we'll be shooting stars just passing by.
So we're so
Hey, what's up, gals?
right now we're filming a mukbang, bang, fuck. I don't know.
However you pronounce it.
Yeah. So we ordered food 3 hours ago, exactly.
We were all starving.
Very. So we got pizza, wings, curly fries, mozzarella sticks, wings that don't really look like wings, they're more like chicken
And a free
fingers with
pizza on the way.
sauce.
Definitely chicken tenders with sauce.
Yeah.
Free pizza on the
Free
way.
pizza on the way for our
Sorry,
inconvenience
like,
because I cursed them out, so y'all are welcome for a free pizza.
Yeah, we have the youngest one called.
So while we're eating, we're gonna be telling you a story time about this girl called
Kirsten.
named Kristen. She was our roommate that basically ruined everyone's vacation at the Lovatic beach house. The link to that vlog will be down below.
Yes, it's an interesting one. Definitely go watch it.
Yes. So we're gonna be telling that story time. So Paige, do you want to start the story since you're the one that met her first?
Let me just do a little backtrack on the Lovatic Beach House. So we were gonna go all see Demi Lovato in Atlantic City. The concert was canceled, but we still all went. I got like a bunch of people together so we could stay at an Airbnb. We rented it out and split the pay. And there was, what was her name?
Kirsten.
Kristen. So Kristen got really close to all of us. She was like the one that if there was any problems leading up to the actual like us going to AC because we were talking for a couple months, she would fix it. Like everyone liked her. She was close to everyone. And I ended up picking her up on the way there. And it was all downhill after that.
We all went on the highway to hell.
Literally.
So
I didn't
basically,
even realize I was gonna.
the first thing we did, we got there was like the meetup, and basically, Kristen went up to this guy. His name is Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph.
Who are we even talking about? I'm so confused.
Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. Yes, okay, Joseph.
So yeah, so Kristen went up to Joseph, and she basically told Joseph that I was making people uncomfortable, making them cry. When I wasn't, I really didn't talk to anyone but Paige. So then we were in a Twitter group chat. Everyone came for my neck, and it was all Kristen's fault because she's the one that went like crying
wolf.
to Joseph apparently.
She cried wolf.
Yeah. And then before this, Kristen was talking shit to dear Paige over here about me for no absolute reason, even though I never did anything wrong to her.
Well, tell them what you did.
Oh yeah, I called her a grape on a tree.
You still don't know what that means.
Grape on a leaf. No,
Tree, it was a tree.
A grape on a leaf.
And she laughed at it at first, so I was like, haha, funny, joke, yeah. And then all of a sudden she gets really pissed off and goes and tells Paige, oh my god, she's being so annoying, so extra. Oh my god, Paige, can you control her? Yeah.
And she'd be like,
And she screamed a lot. Yes, and then she kept telling me to shut up. Every time I was trying to hang out with Paige, she would always come close. That's another story, by the way. Paige could tell me. Basically was very rude to me. Yeah, that's my part of the story.
So we were all in the living room at one point, and we decided to play some Demi songs. So we put on Irresistible, her collab with Fall Out Boy. And during part of the song, Kristen thought it'd be a great idea to meet me and her, like, kind of like, we're sitting
like
next to each other. And I don't know what part it was, but she was like fake punching, and she like fake punched me in the face, like uppercut, and I just kind of let it go. But it's the worst moment of my life, and I can never hear the song again.
Also, I got to the meetup late. I'm sorry if I didn't meet anybody there. I'm laying on her bed, and she like quietly goes to me. She's like, "Ashley, you're on my bed." And then I hear frantic screaming, "Ashley!" And then I get dogpiled by Kirsten first. And then, I had Paige say hi to me. And later on during the night, we had a little sleeping arrangement situation that went sour.
Because Joseph's friend fucked it all up.
We go upstairs. Paige and Kristen went downstairs to go, settle the dispute downstairs. Kristen comes back up.
These are actually.
And she was all pissed. And me being the, I don't know, thinking straight. If she violently attacks Joseph, we're all gonna sleep in the tree. I grab her arm, and she's like, "Let go of me! Let go of me! I tell you to let go of me!" So I did. I let her go. Later on down the road, like afterwards, she claimed that I triggered her PTSD,
On
Which
Curious
I think-
Cat, which we'll get to later.
We'll get to that story much later, but I personally did not know she had that. She just told me like afterwards. She didn't have the audacity.
On Curious Cat.
Yeah, on Curious Cat of all places. She didn't have the audacity to tell me to my face when it happened. So there's my story.
Also, to add to mine, at the meetup, after I shared my story, she thought it'd be okay to just like hold me
Oh, I didn't know.
and not let go, and I thought I was suffocating, and it was awkward and weird, and I don't want to relive it.
Paige, you have a lot.
I just want to like do a disclaimer and be like, I don't hate this person. I just
Yeah, we
don't want. Yeah,
We don't want to throw shade at, so we're not saying her
just
real
don't
name.
want to like associate with her. But it's just like a story. It's something that we lived. It's something that we bonded over. It's rough for all of us because I was really upset because me and her were really good friends. Like she was definitely like a best friend. I wrote out her tattoo that she got actually while we were there. It was like a novel.
It's in my blog.
And I feel bad about it, but she just like purposely distanced herself, and it made it seem like it's because she wanted my attention, and it's not even me just like, you know, like being on a high horse, like I'm so great and she wants to be my friend, but everybody else saw it. So we went to get our tattoos. A bunch of us Ubered. There was 12 of us. A bunch of us Ubered, and then my boyfriend, who was there, drove his car. We like Angel was with us. So going home, somebody obviously had to drive his truck, which it was gonna be my boyfriend Josh, and everybody else was, I was like, okay, it was raining. I'm like, okay, you guys go take an Uber. Where we parked the car was really far from the tattoo place, so we had to walk a ways. And like the whole entire trip, I really wasn't spending time with my boyfriend because I'm like spending time with all these people who I don't get to see every day. So I'm like, okay, you guys go take the Uber, and we'll walk, just Josh and I, and get the car. Apparently, Kristen wasn't very happy about that. I don't know if that's what set her off, but
That and Kristen don't know boundaries.
I wasn't there for when she like was going, like who was there for the Uber? Just you.
It was all of us.
You guys know it was.
we
Everybody
we
except for
took
me,
a
her,
separate
and
Uber.
Oh, so it was like me, Juliana, and
Casey,
Trisha.
But you were
Shire.
there, so what happened when the Uber came?
She was gonna give them that first.
Oh,
Sorry.
And then when they
She was gonna get that first, and everyone was like,
Huh?
everyone was like, "Come on, Kristen, come on." And Kristen was at first gonna get in, like, okay, whatever. But then something set Kristen off, being that Paige was, God forbid, spending time with her boyfriend. And so Kristen decided, in Atlantic City, which if you guys don't know, Atlantic City is not the best place to walk alone in. It's like
Yeah.
And it's
New York
not
especially if you
safest.
don't live there and you
Yeah.
have no idea where you're going.
And regardless of wherever you are,
Yeah,
it's
night.
still not safe
Yeah.
at night.
So Kristen decided to walk the streets of Atlantic City alone, and then our friend Michael chased after Kristen. Kristen flipped him off, cursed him out, saying, "Stop following me, stop following me," when in reality, Michael was trying to keep Kristen safe. And then, so
Being a
So-
good friend.
Casey,
Yes, Kate, it's okay. You can say.
yeah, so Casey called Paige and said, like, hey, Kristen's basically being an asshole.
And
Like,
won't
just
get into
not-
the Uber,
yeah.
like she's refusing. And right before Casey called me, I was having anxiety throughout that whole entire day, and I didn't really know it was like stemming from Kristen, because she was just, I don't know, I was constantly trying to make sure she was okay because she was just separating herself from the group, and so I was saying to Josh, I was like, I just have a feeling that Kristen likes me, and like right after that, sorry, I have to burp. Excuse me. Right after that, Casey calls me and was like, Kristen's refusing to get into the Uber. So I like called, keep burping. I called Kristen and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm walking home. And she like hung up on me. First of all, like, don't hang up on me. And like, that is my biggest pet peeve, like, do not. And so I end up texting
Casey.
Michael. I texted Michael and I said, like, I sent me your location so we could find them because they're on the streets of AC. Like, I'm not from there. I have no idea where they are. She's walking like way ahead because he's giving her space, and she would turn around and be like, leave me alone. Like, how are you? It's gonna take hours for you to get back. It's not like it's down the street and around the corner. And she was like, so then when we find her, I'm like so mad. I'm like livid at this point because first of all, it's an inconvenience. I want to go home. It's our last night. I want to spend time with my friends. And here she is, like, just begging for my attention, it seemed like. So then I see her, but we're on the opposite side of the road here, and she's walking this way, we're driving this way. So I'm like, Josh, pull around because she's about to cross a parking lot so he can pull like right in front of her. I'm like, the window's closed and I'm screaming like, get in the car, like, and she can't even hear me. I was just so mad. So I'm like, finally rolled down the window. The look on her face when we pull up in front of her, she has this smirk on her face. I was like, that is so inconsiderate of you to do. I brought you here. I'm responsible for you. And I'm like, you're walking the streets of AC. And then she was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all. Then I walk into the house when we get there and I'm crying because I'm not that I'm upset or anything. I'm like mad that she would do that. Like, it's so selfish.
My thing is, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
that's pretty much it.
it's the fact that just hearing it, like, you have a smirk on your face, like, it looks like you intended to do this in the first place.
No more mozzarellas. I didn't have one.
I think, like, she really wanted to, like, really kill Josh, and I feel bad for him.
She told me that she liked them.
Maybe she wanted to get in on your...
Maybe she wanted to be a sister wife. We would never know.
Supposedly, I did talk to her and she said it wasn't her, which it would make sense because she just exposed herself for everything that she did. To all of our followers, that was never going to be made public.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that follow us on Twitter know the story.
But it had to be someone else in our beach house because she said things that.
Because she said things that were way too personal that no one else
she was trying to
in
figure it
Twitter
out.
knows about.
You guys don't know what Curious Cat is? It's basically like, asked out after them back in the day.
Or you can ask anonymous questions.
Yeah.
questions
Or
like
just statements, I guess. No one really even asks questions.
I was being blamed for her PTSD, for her, triggering it. I'm not that person. Like, if something triggers you, let me know so I could respect your boundaries. And this is me apologizing for the first time. But don't ever go accusing somebody and then making them out to be the bad person.
And then, okay,
Let's do the real tea here.
this is the one that
Let's hit
really...
the core.
Yes, sit the core, everybody. It just splashed me in the face. Oh, we all got food.
Oh, this part.
Oh God.
She told me earlier, Fester loves me and I don't want to be disrespectful, but she told me that she likes me, okay? And then she told me that she doesn't like spicy things. And that right there is just a relationship breaker because that's my favorite. Anyway, she doesn't like spicy stuff. She ordered something, took a bite out of it.
But she wasn't even spicy,
She
by the
took
way.
like, if you
It's a hamburger.
Have you seen that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward tried to try the Krabby Patty? He took that little sliver. That's what it felt like.
I guess she went to the bathroom and she got sick. And she wanted me to go in there. So I walk in there, she's on the floor and she's like, I don't feel good. And like you could tell she took a bite of her food, chewed it up and just spit in the toilet, pretend that she got sick. And at that point I'm like, I'm over this. Like she's like trying to take me away from everybody and it's so annoying.
The funniest part about all of this, I burped. The funniest part about
That's not it.
the funniest part about all of this is that I actually threw up like an hour prior to us like getting.
She was actually sick.
Yeah, I was actually sick because I was dehydrated. We were out in the heat all day, and that's what happens to me when I'm out in the heat all day with no water. So I actually got sick, and then an hour later, of course, to get Paige's attention, Kristen is like, "Oh, maybe I can fake throwing up, and she'll love me." So
To come comfort me and love me.
Yeah.
Yelling and then complaining about everybody else screaming and yelling.
And she locked herself in Ashley's room. It wasn't even her room.
Know how to be sanitary. Okay? Know how to be sanitary. I'm not gonna embarrass Kristen.
Take a shower.
Basically what we're saying.
And actually, shave. But
Especially if you're wearing a bikini.
and especially like if you're discarding your clothes to like clean
In someone else's room.
in someone else's room, actually take your clothes because that was really disgusting. I came back before this whole situation happened with the Uber. I came home early.
I mean, if it was only leggings, it would have been fine.
No, but it was leggings and underwear.
Some granny panties. I mean, just come on now.
But whatever you do in your own home, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows what
Yeah.
the hell goes on there. But when you're out with people like you just met,
Yeah, just
and you're giving a first impression,
not
that's
a very
something
good
you
one.
don't do.
Okay, so this is from my point of view and what I feel happened, and maybe this wasn't her intention, but I feel like it was. But okay, so we were at the tattoo parlor and she needed help recovering her tattoo that she just got, and she asked the guy for scotch tape, and she was like doing it herself. And so she called me into the bathroom. Seems to be a reoccurring thing. Like she was gonna go to the bathroom, and to help her, so it's on her rib, so I'm like crouching down, putting the scotch tape on, and when I get up, she like turns real quick, and like our faces are real close. My boyfriend's also right outside the door, and I feel like if I were to have stayed there, that probably a kiss probably would have happened. So I turned my head.
She gave her a big L.
Like, I was like, okay, so, and I changed the subject so fast. Maybe it was just me like overthinking it, but it was just such. I feel like there's really no denying it. Like if someone else was watching it from a different perspective, they would think the same thing. But especially if it's like you and you're just face to face with somebody like this, and then later on, like they confess their love for you. It's like
it's very awkward. That's what it is. It's like very, very awkward.
Wait, she confessed her love after the tattoo place?
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, it was
probably obvious by then.
She didn't like confess her love. I mean, she's like, yeah, I like you, and I was like, it's okay, like it happens, you know. And after
my feelings are not mutual.
Yeah, we're letting her down gently.
And it's not, me not speaking to her has nothing to do with her having feelings for me, because that really has nothing to do with it.
It's her
like
actions.
A build up of everything that, at that point, I mean, if this is the type of like things that she does, I don't want to be a part of it.
I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang and this
enjoyed our core.
This delicious
My core's upstairs.
This delicious core that's been spilled today.
Yes.
I have a final word.
So we hope you guys really do enjoy this. You know, we tried one.
It was kind of all over the place because we were like, oh,
I know,
you're here.
There's so much like little things that happened that we didn't include. Basically, the moral of the story is that she came into the house being a completely different person,
Than
being a
when
child,
she was like online.
A child, she was talking so much shit about.
So we were catfished.
You. She was so mean to her. I have clips.
Yeah.
I wish we could include it, but her face is in it.
Yeah.
So many clips of like you
So
saying
many.
How she touched someone.
Hope you take away from this, like, know your boundaries with your friends.
Yeah, and know who's the person is before you invite them to stay in a house with you for 3 days.
Yeah, that was okay. That people are probably like, well, you were asking for it. You like invited these. We were talking for like 2.5 months.
Yeah, and she was completely different. I mean, yeah, because we got catfished, but like all of us are still normal. So, hello, Kristen. If you're watching this, you definitely know who you are. So, after all this, we just want to say none of us hate you. You did kind of make our vacation a little less enjoyable than we wanted it to. Yeah.
A little less enjoyable than it should be.
I mean, yeah,
I hope you just take away from this, like, know your limits and your boundaries.
Yeah.
And learn how to respect people and know how to present yourself when you're meeting people for the first time. We all get excited.
Especially because I'm so much younger than you. I don't actually know how old she is, but I am younger than you.
Yeah.
She's 20. She's in her 20s.
Yeah, I'm 17 years old. There's no reason that a 17, I mean, mind you, I have my immature moments as well. Grape on a tree. But
Grape on a tree.
Yeah. But like there's no reason that a 17-year-old should be acting more mature than a 20-something-year-old.
You have to understand you can't just label yourself the victim all the time.
Exactly.
Because learn to own up to your shit. That's all we're saying.
Also, could you like be the same in real life as you are online? Because that's just annoying.
Catfishing is not right. We'll call Max on your ass. You know, the catfish people.
Yeah.
Max and Neve.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was an interesting trip, and we're planning our next one, but she will not be invited.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this lovely...
Sorry, I don't know why I got so close.
I hope you enjoyed this lovely video. Please comment, like, and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Yes.
Yeah.
I post new videos every Friday, sort of, when I feel like it.
She'll post our socials down below on the link.
Yes, all of our socials will be down below, plus Paige's YouTube channel and Little Ashley's YouTube channel. Bye!
Bye.